time to get this game started. The Mountaineers will put toe to leather and will get started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Jaguars' offense is on the field for the first time today. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
He's loose. Oh, what a move! A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, he coughed it up. God, big mistake, but here's the...
We'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So the App State Mountaineers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When you have a weapon like this on the outside, and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Horn. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's
now pass.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Wide open downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, App State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great. So, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together. Be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He'll run it again. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Leaves it with the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Gets it out quickly. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Now on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Webb. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Lopez wants to fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Jaguars will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they'll just down it right there. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
The quick passing game does several things. One, It doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Roberts. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys in the field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Lopez to pass. Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. And the Jaguars will hustle to the line. The give on 4th down. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Offense in the hurry up. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame norms, how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Now the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. It's good.
That makes the score App State 7, South Alabama 3.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures.
Running toward the tape. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
The Mountaineers in the hurry-up. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Mountaineers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obvious.
Oh, look out, there he goes! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Lopez wants to fire. Quick completion on the out. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to power their way ahead. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Bullock. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try the run. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And it's no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football game.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. The sure hands, it's Wilson.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Robinson. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
And he didn't get the big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Pocket starts to collapse. Firing to the right, complete. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Roberts. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
That makes the score App State 17, South Alabama 3.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Jaguars will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half.
South Alabama 3.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front.
And the blitz gets to him just like that.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your second sack. It's only the third quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They've got the screen set up.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Throws to the back. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Jaguars come to the line in the hurry-up. Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Jaguars are flying down the field.
Well, this guy's going to make catches all over the field. That time he lined up all the way to the left side, and he was able to cross the entire field to make a catch on the right side. Defense lost track of him, and it ended up being a big play.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends, is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Jaguars have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying play action. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Jaguars. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good.
Kick is good.
Just a touch closer.
That makes the score App State.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Now on 1st down from the 30. He's going to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Horn. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
To throw, it's Aguilar. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get him.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? It's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
On 3rd down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Jaguars want to pick up the tempo. Lopez to pass. Finds his tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The running back has it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Third and short now from their own 48. They'll try to run for it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think these draw plays are a little bit more predictable when it's third and more manageable as opposed to third and long. You could tell defense did a great job understanding the situation, rushing the quarterback, but knowing that run could be an option, and they shut it down.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a back break. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Release to the back. Snags it over the middle. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Snares it outside, it's Webb. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. And the Jaguars headed quickly to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly complete. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Tempo and overdrive. The aerial assault continues. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bullock. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Jaguars have this offense rolling.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? Quickly out to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back.
Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Lopez wants to fire. Got it! And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on third and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Jumped on top of the pile. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on fourth and goal. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Smart move to keep it on the ground. At the 10, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They're going to ride this running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Power football with the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Mountaineers send out the punt unit. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they could stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Lopez to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Jaguars want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation.